nothing you can do about it. I can't do the little heart symbol because I'm driving. But that's what Tiffany Hilliard be saying. I noticed that. She also put it on her, like, whatever type of information she sends out or publishes for her audience. Dang, I just remembered I need to go. I thought I was gonna be driving for a little second. But and this what I want to say about that. If someone tells you I love you and there's nothing you can do about it, to me that's abuse. Okay? That is abusive. Think about it. I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. It sounds like, to some, I guess, it may sound like it's telling you something good, something deep, something heavy. I can't even see the screen. I love you, which, can be great if the person, really means it, or even if you have that type of relationship where they're capable of, being convincing that they actually love you. But that also comes with them showing you that they love you, and she does not show that. She shows the opposite. So I feel like it's really weird and super abusive for her to sit up there and tell y'all, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. It's almost like, let's say you have an abusive mate, and that person talks down to you, belittles you, or, harms you emotionally or mentally or something like that. And then they'll say, I love you. It sounds like something actually they would say, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. It's like, well, what if I don't want you to love me? I mean, I guess you can't control if a person feels like that, but that don't mean you get to, like, have access to me. And it's almost as if she's saying, I can love on you and there's nothing you can do about it. No, everybody has a right to refuse your so-called love. So again, it sounds super abusive to tell people. First of all, it's inappropriate in my opinion, because it's like, she's a mayor and the things that she says is just not appropriate for a mayor to be saying to her citizens. All this talk about emotional stuff and things like that, but if this woman is like this, it's almost like it's her slogan. I was just recently watching a video that somebody was doing, and they were showing like her paper and her publication, and I'm like, dang, she writes that on pretty much everything with the little heart symbol that she does with her hands. And it's like, are you a child? Like, what's going on with this lady? I wish somebody would, at this point, I think it's appropriate, look into her background. Tell us what you can about her family, like her upbringing. Where did she come from? Because this woman is a piece of work. I can't think of it right now. What it is that they call it, if someone, like, they're incapable of really like feeling empathy. And I feel like what's his name? Elijah was like that. If y'all know Three God, Nature Boy, I think he was like that. Like, he can only sense or care about what he's feeling, what he's experiencing, what he's going through. I can't even see the screen at all, y'all, from the daylight and the sun. So if you come in the chat, or if you watch this video later, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you share, all that good stuff, and leave a comment. Tell me what y'all think about what I'm saying. This is all, of course, my opinions and thoughts and speculations and things like that, but I'm pretty sure it's abusive to tell people I love you and there's nothing you can do about it, especially when you're not showing them that you love them. Like, they're not feeling any love from you. Okay, so when Tiffany is in her meetings with y'all and y'all are having problems, and the allegations that she says, she says they're allegations. I'm trying to be serious. Let me cut it out. When accusations are being made against her and her people, she shows that she doesn't care at all. And let's say, even if it's not the type of meeting where there's comments and answers, question and answers, or however they state it. And it's just where you get to speak, but she doesn't have to answer you, right? Her mannerism, it's as if she's like, she doesn't care. It's clear. It's not just, oh, that's my perception, that's your perception. No, it's clear. Pretty much anybody across the board watching this is not saying, oh, she's just being professional. No, because when you listen to her talk, she talks about all kind of emotional stuff that doesn't have anything to do with being a mayor. But when you're talking and you're airing your grievances, she's like stone faced, or she's like laughing at people, or smuckering and smearing, or making snide comments to other people, saying things under her breath. And it's like, she doesn't show you that she loves you, because there wouldn't be so many people having all these grievances, right? And she would be trying to help and fix it. When the woman has a problem with her daughter being eliminated by one of her policemen, she would, I don't know, try to have the situation investigated, or express her condolences to the family, or sympathy for them just having lost a person, not even expressing any, like, oh, guilt or whatever, but just some kind of sympathies. Don't a mayor do that? Like, she doesn't care. She doesn't talk about it. She doesn't say anything about the woman's daughter Alexis. She doesn't say anything about uh the woman who pressed the charges, because so she was attacked on the Vegas trip. The woman got fired, and I'm pretty sure that was Tiffany's calling. Like, all of the things that she does shows that she does not love you. And the way that she responds shows that she has no love for nobody. I don't even know if she loves her own daughter. Like, this woman is weird. Like, she's so weird. And then she says to you, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Who says that to their citizens as a mayor? Much less when you clearly show them that you don't love them. Like, that is abuse. That's abusive to say that. You can do nothing about it? Well, what you're calling love, people clearly don't like, so they don't want it. So take it back. Oh no, there's nothing you can do about it. She said that I'ma love on you anyway, whether you like it or not. Who says that as a mayor? What do you mean by that? We see what you're calling loving on. Like, this woman here, like, y'all, I can't even believe that this woman has the audacity to even move the way she's moving, especially with the whole world on her. But it seems like she's rather enjoying all of the attention, and that's even more alarming. But I feel like most people should be looking at this and also comparing it to your own city and town where you live, because it's not such an isolated situation. It's just that some people, and they bring race into it all the time, so I'm gonna try not to, but I'm gonna say some people, I mean, whatever, what you mean, you people, you can fill in the blanks however you like. But some people just, they don't do well in positions of power, although they express that they want to have these positions. I'm just getting to the point, I'm going to be honest, where I feel like black folks need to just stop. Cut it out. Shut your mouth. Don't ask. Don't try, because you ain't built for it. And I live in Georgia, so it's a lot of black folks around here for me to be like, yeah. I mean, this is not isolated to just Dalton. If you're not involved in your local politics, you'd be surprised how close what your city and state got going on is to what's going on in Dalton. Tiffany and her crew is just wow. And you know what's even sadder? Did Miss I love you and there's nothing you can do about it? I'm having some crazy allergies, y'all. This year, it's insane. And being in this car, with this pollen in here, it's like I'm barely hanging on. Now I'm about to end this video because I'm barely hanging on. I don't even get allergies like that, but hey, life is weird. So is Tiffany here, and you're in her crew. But yeah, she's gonna leave. To get them out of there is one thing, but think about it. It's not just Tiffany that has to go. I don't know the town's history except for some of the things that, I saw people do, like research how it got started, the family it was named after, stuff like that. Things I found on my own. But as far as like whether or not the police were corrupt and whomever else that may be, going along with what Tiffany has going on, and I don't blame everybody who's going along with things, because some people are doing it just because they got it. I mean, what are they gonna do? But if they had something that was like upright, they'd be glad for that. And I call those like innocent people. I know some people feel like it's okay to harass the workers and stuff like that. I don't agree with that, because everybody's not okay with things just because they happen to go to their job every day. You know what I'm saying? You ain't cool with everything that go on with your company that you work for, so stop. But they don't deserve the harassment. I think it was real corny for people to like be rude to the lady, who was saying she was scared and she didn't want to be harassed at work, and she ain't got nothing to do with politics and shit like that. Like, she don't gotta have nothing to do with politics. Heated. Okay, we starting that shit again. Yeah. So, well, it is about 75 degrees. But yeah, y'all gonna probably have to get rid of your whole police force, your police lieutenant. I mean, who knows how many people, and all of that is not gonna be easy to do. Then you're gonna have to find a replacement. But again, the main reason I came on here and say like that's very abusive, because I'm just like observing her saying that, and I'm like, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. It's abusive, especially when you're clearly showing them that you don't love them. So to me, it's like what she really saying is, I'm gonna do you how I want to do you, and there's nothing you could do about it. Like, that's how I translate that shit. But I think it's abusive. If I was to tell my old man, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it, I mean, I can think it's cute if I want to, but at the end of the day, it's like, what am I saying? Like, it's okay to just say I love you and show it, like, so he'll know it. But to say nothing you can do about it, I mean, he can leave. There's that. I mean, like, just because you want to say you love me, maybe I don't agree with your kind of love, and maybe I don't want you to have access to me to like give me that kind of love. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing you can do about it. It's like you're telling me I can't. I gotta take it. No, you ain't gotta take it. Y'all ain't gotta take it. And hopefully they won't take it. But this situation is sad all the way around. Cause look at how many people they're gonna have to get rid of, and then look at the situation that is gonna be left behind, the debt and all that messed up, that they're gonna have to clean up from, and who knows how long that's gonna take, or who knows, I'm pretty sure the white people gonna come in and just be like, y'all just move. We gave y'all. I said I wasn't gonna do that, but I'm serious. I mean, it's just, it seemed like y'all ain't ready, man. Y'all ain't ready. I mean, I see this so much, and I think probably anybody of government, or anybody with power, they're gonna get carried away. But I think it's methods to the way that other people do it, that they don't get like the spotlight shined on them like that. I think that there's a lot of things that were purposefully lacked in black people and taken away from black people and like done to black people to cause these certain insecurities and needs that have not been met throughout generations, that when they get a little bit of attention, a little bit of power, a little bit of shine, they like just don't know how to act. They just overdo it and stuff, you know. Look at Tiffany. Come on, man. This is a prime example right here. You know, I mean, she may appear like a princess to everybody, but that's because she dolled up. That's makeup, that's hair that she don't even need, in my opinion. You know, I'm pretty sure she'd be just as cute without it, if not cuter. You know, but that's nails, that's hair, that's it. That's just all. She got a whole glam squad, clearly. Because she be made up like she about to go on stage with Beyonce. And that's excessive for someone with security, that's securing themselves. That's excessive for someone who is just a mayor, man. Like, you're not going to do a whole concert or a photo shoot or shooting for a movie. That's when the excessive glam would be necessary to come off a certain way on the scene, on the camera, you know, under the lights and all that kind of stuff. It's not for everyday wear and use, and you're using citizens money to do this to yourself. And it's like, now, so now you're at the point where you're used to that. You can't come outside without the lashes, you can't come outside without the hair. When you get to the point where you can't come outside looking glam without looking glam, yeah, you got some problems, B. Especially when naturally you don't even have to have it. If you don't feel good in you with you, something is wrong. When you feel like you gotta have the best of the best, then you need to go get that on your own, and you need to not try and be in a position to where you can charge that to your citizens that you're supposed to be helping. When you speak like a narcissist and you talk about I did this, I did that, I dot 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 dot, as supervisor, as mayor, that's not how you're supposed to talk, because you actually aren't doing anything but your job, which is supposed to be humble. It's supposed to be of service. And actually, your citizens, you give them the credit for everything, because they're the ones who approve this, approve that, and vote for this, and pay taxes to make all of it happen, including your nails getting done, your hair getting done, all this shit getting done. Hit that like button, because it's 5 people, and yeah, I can see that. You know, one like, come on. That's crazy. You know, the whole situation is just really weird. Like, for somebody like her to be walking around with, like, she got organs that beat. She got a heart that beat, but that heart don't that heart don't pump no Kool-Aid, that's for sure. And it sure don't pump no love. So when she be throwing that heart out, talking about I love you, it ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm gonna love you whether you like it or not, bitch. Get your scary ass Ike Turner ass out of here with that shit. Like, that's some weird ass shit. So we all know that she gonna go down to the end. She gonna go down fighting. But anywho, boy, Atlanta's wild. Um, so it's like she doesn't even care the damage that she's doing, and she's gonna cause a whole lot more damage along the way. And so are her goons. They're not gonna want to lose what they got going on. They're not gonna want to lose the money that they're getting. They're not gonna want to lose the power that they're getting. So when this happens, whoever is left and don't have to serve like jail time, where are they gonna go? Are they gonna stay there while the town is in shambles and broke, and they're not getting the monies that they were getting, you know, that they're getting now? Are they gonna leave and go somewhere else and start all over again? I mean, who's gonna fix it? Who's gonna clean it up? Who's gonna make it better? It just kind of looked to me like y'all gonna have to step aside and let the white folks come in and do it. I mean, y'all be voting with y'all emotions. Y'all be voting because you like somebody. Y'all be voting because they cute. They sound good to you. You know? Can't nobody out talk you out your shit. Can't nobody be out talked and talked out of their very own draws. Except like black people. Tell them the right things, and you know, they put it in your hands. You know, appeal to something that they missing, that they lacking, which is a lot, and they put it in your hands. They get up there every single time and they make that shit about race, which is dangerous, and it's a bad idea. Since you keep saying, when y'all clearly have other citizens in that are involved and ain't black, and it's just so narcissistic and disrespectful. But will somebody come through and be like, y'all black people ain't shit, y'all black people do each other wrong, y'all black people, okay, can't handle this position of power? What you gonna do then? What you gonna say then? Because y'all saying black people this, black people there. Tear the black woman down. Listen, I would have picked Tiffany up with my hands by myself, and I would have put her across the state lines and told her, I don't care where you go, but don't bring your ass back here. And that's how she would have got out of office. Because ain't no way this heifer would have been sitting up here doing all she doing and smiling in people's face every meeting, talking how she talk. Get to know the person. I mean, the stuff she be saying, it's not even political. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, who talks to their citizens like that? This is your verbal response to all of these things that people are complaining about. Get to know a person. Watch my vlogs. And it's like, you're not showing anything. And if there's anything that's showing, oh, I'm fixing this, I'm fixing that, actually you're not. You just have a position to delegate stuff, but at the end of the day, it's not coming out of your pocket. Actually, things that should be coming out of your pocket is not coming out of your pocket. It's amazing. It's amazing. But, you know, it would be nice if people learned a lesson from this, and not just Dolton. This situation is just for Dolton. It's not, because it's a lot of, I know it's a lot of stuff going on in different cities and counties and stuff in Georgia, and has been, and probably always will be. So I know that, you know, it's going on in y'all city and states, and what if you're sitting back and you're not being involved, just imagine how much of things similar to what is going on in Dolton is going on in your city and state. But at some point, you're going to care. You're going to have to care. You're going to have to figure out, along with your citizens, what your level of involvement in this should be. Because people run around here and say, oh, our votes are private, and this and that and the third. That is so silly to me. I don't know who started that, who made that, but I'm pretty sure it had to be some administration, you know, running that propaganda to make you think that your prayers are your business. I mean, if you want to pray out loud, you can, but what you got going on between you and God is none of my business. Outside of that, baby, we talking about voting. We talking about something that that's not how the game is played. The game is meant to be strategic. If you're not getting together with your citizens and y'all not discussing these parties and what they have a history of and what they support, what they're against, what can they do for you, and y'all not getting together and letting them know, hey, well, like this one, like that, we need this, we need that, your history is telling me this. How we going, is it possible we can work together? You know, what you talking? Because this is what we willing to, you know, work out with you. You know, and if that don't work out, they gotta go. And we don't care. We don't feel no way about it, because it's not about feelings. It's about what you need. Because trust me, they're gonna get what they need. Y'all see Tiffany and them, they getting paid in the shade. So is everybody else. Okay, your local people, they get paid too, baby. When you don't get approved for something, when you don't get this assistance, when you don't get this street fix, I don't care how small or big it is, they gonna make whatever decision. And the more you not involved, the more they gonna be like, yeah, they don't even care anyway, they pay no attention, no way, we gonna get this grant, we gonna get this money, and we gonna do this with it, and we gonna split it. Okay, trips to Vegas, they getting together too. They like, shit, you gonna bring your wife this time, or you gonna bring your side bitch? You know, which one you bringing? Because you know we going this time around. Yeah, you could just tell them that tell your wife it's a business. Is she pregnant? Yeah, a convention, you know, with like we're going for training and shit. They got all kind of stuff going on at your expense, and your town is lacking, your people are lacking, you know, all kind of stuff going on. You know, you're not even able to be concerned involved and paying attention to what's going on with your children in school, because you got to work so you can pay your bills. You got to work so you can make that rent that's steady going up. You got to work so you can make that mortgage while they slapping on taxes. You got to work so you can pay the highest light bill, and it's like they don't raise it again. So your pay is not getting raised. So you're at work, but your children are at school, and what's going on there? Who has the proper morals and values? Well, the educational system has changed. What they're teaching your children, I'm pretty sure a lot of it you're not gonna approve of if you actually knew. And then there's the activist, I can't remember his name, but there was just a case I saw today where there was a teacher who is also the mother of a student at that school, and they were running a, how can I say, a prostitution ring. It's like we're not allowed to even say that word. That's weird. I'm gonna say it every time because it's just like, wait. But that's what they were doing, and they had the students that, I guess kind of teenage students in the district that go to the schools, sleeping with clients, and they get their cuts. And this is a teacher and her son who is a student, and they had this situation going on. I don't remember what state it was. It was just a video I happened to come across that just got posted. And the student went and told, I can't remember who they said she reported it to. I don't know if it was the parent. However, some of these students are also like runaways or what have you. But they told the principal. Principal didn't do anything. The principal, they have text messages. They showed it, actual text messages where the principal emailed the teacher and was confronting them about the situation, and still did not say anything to any of the parents, did not break it up, did not fire the teacher, did not suspend or expel that particular student, her son. And they were told everything. Then it was reported to the police, who did nothing. Okay, it wasn't until the activists got involved and blew the cover, and then when they started doing that and they went to the administration was like, no, we never knew about this, but they did. And then what they actually did was they told the teacher, okay, it's kind of blowing up now, so we can fire you or you can resign. That's how they dealt with it. And the teacher resigned and went and got another job in another district. And they were calling for the arrest of the teacher. And they were calling for, the principal and all them to be like, we don't need this principal here over our students. Actually, they really need to be arrested as well. Greetings, what's going on? I can't even hardly see the chat, but not your votes. You can't be strategic if you don't have data. Right. Which is what I'm saying. I try to say this in my own communities, but people think that they're supposed to like keep their votes to themselves. And it's like, okay, cool. But what you've been doing has not been working. And, a lot of times these people are voting for people based upon how they feel about them. And they really don't even be like, look, for instance, Dolton is such a great thing for everybody to be looking at, because it's a real life example of what's truly going on in your city and town. I promise you. When they interviewed people in the town, some outside, YouTubers came and interviewed people in the town. And they were asking them, like, do you support Tiffany Henry? And it was like, yeah, I support her. And it was like, why do you support her? Oh, look, it's trash, not around anymore. And, that looks nice. And that's a cute little ice skating ring, even though nobody can use it. They don't even have a plan as to how they're going to cover the cost of it. It's not, I grew up, where we had an ice skating rink. So it's not cheap to maintain it and things like that. They don't have any kind of plans to maintain it or nothing like that. Just, when they asked them about some of the accusations, they hadn't heard of some of them. They didn't know about, like, they're not involved intricately in what's been going on. You don't just put people in office and be like, okay, do your job, I trust you. That's unfortunately not how it's going to work for your benefit and for the citizens' benefit, for your children's benefit. I mean, it is they're going to constantly keep a lot on our plates. But that's even the more reason why you're supposed to work together. That's why you're supposed to have healthy families. That's why you're supposed to have healthy relationships. So you can allow for one person to be able to at least gather data, go be able to go to the children's school if you have your children in school, or even homeschool, to be able to go see what's going on in town and stay abreast with things and come back to the family and be like, yeah, you've been busy, and mom, you've been watching our children, thank you, but here's the information that I have, and so this is how we need to move, because this is why we're not getting this over here, we're not getting that over here, blah blah blah. Somebody got to be into it. Somebody got to know what's going on, because you're going to keep voting for that same person, not even understanding that a person is playing you. That person is smiling in your face, okay, throwing little block parties every once in a while, and you happy about that, or little back to school drives. But this is the same person that's like voting for things that help you not get a raise, or voting for your street not to get fixed, or voting for you not to get that stop sign or that street light that you've been asking for, or voting for you not to get this type of deal that you wanted to bring, different attractions into town and all this other kind of stuff. And y'all just be howling and hooting and hollering. I wish we this and that, but that's not how things work. Okay, that's not how things work. You unfortunately have to be involved in their ass, because when you're busy and you're just going to work every day and you're just hoping they do the right thing, they never do. Okay, people get in politics so they can get over. That's my opinion. I ain't changing it. I know enough. I'm kind of sure about what the fuck I'm saying. And it's easy. It's an easy gig. It's an easy gig. I would love to get into politics, but then again, that's a lie. Because I wouldn't. Because I know if I get into it, I'm gonna be crooked just like everybody else. There's no other way around it. You're not gonna, either you're gonna play along, or you're gonna get your ass. You considered the enemy, because you the snitch. You the traitor. You the one who trying to do what? You trying to stop what I got going on, bitch. Think about some of the things they exposed about Tiffany and them. Policemen sleeping with they sleeping with each other at work. They sleeping with people in the jail cell. They sleeping on trips and shit. So when these people going, leaving their wife, bye honey, leaving their husband, see you later, baby. What you cooking tonight? Texting you throughout the day. Oh, I love you. My wife, my husband. But the whole time you got some shit going on. You over here, unfortunately, because ain't none of this funny. None of it is, but sexually assaulting people and getting stuff covered up. People who calling in complaints, calling in. This happens a lot. We can look this up and see how many different cities and towns this happening in, and how hard it is for these people to even get somebody to pay attention to their complaint, much less anything else. Because first and foremost, the whole freaking precinct is gonna take up for that one person. That's how that go. Ain't no bad, no good, no bad. They don't see it like that. They see it as, I did that, whatever I chose to do, and we got each other back, because that's how we roll. Think about it. Tiffany hid crimes that other people did against other women, and punish the women for wanting to come together and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And this is supposed to be a woman, okay? But I ain't gonna lie, when she got appointed, I understand y'all voted for her to be mayor, but her supervisor position, she was appointed that position, okay? The way she responded, the way she was even in wait, hugged up with the other dude, that was unprofessional. Then when she ran up and was like high-fiving everybody, come on, who does that? You just got appointed. to supervisor, which basically is the same thing as being a mayor, right? Who runs up and try to high five everybody? Like, I know the town knew right then that this was about to be, yeah, about to be real bad. But I mean, again, this stuff is not exclusive at all, at all. There's a lot of, rules and laws and deals being made that y'all don't benefit from, and everybody involved knows about it. They know how it's going down. You get funding, they can put in and link up with other cities too, to also go in together, especially like, okay, say Atlanta. We all know a lot about the fact that Atlanta has a lot of counties, a lot of cities, a lot of, like, it's a bit extra. Like, I'm from North Carolina. I'm from, military town. My father's in the military, so it's pretty simple out there. It's pretty simple. You got Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, Spring Lake. you know you get one license plate. I don't care if you move to Raleigh, I don't care if you move to Charlotte, all that is yours, and it don't expire until the anniversary date of the date that you got the freaking registration tag. But in Georgia, it's like if you move from one county to the next, which could be a mile and a half apart, it could be 3 miles apart, you supposed to get another registration that costs you more, and the registration expires on your birth date. So if you move before your birth date and you get it registration, you gotta go, and they be clocking your shit. I mean, it's just a lot. It's all about money. But let's say if you in two neighboring towns or whatever, and they can come, the way the feds work and the way the state works, they could come together, put in this proposal to get this amount of funding for whatever program they done came up with or is on the list. They can neighbor up together and then come together for this program that's supposed to benefit the citizens, but they can all decide how they want to divvy up that money. What they can decide how they want to divvy up that money. And they do that a lot, because y'all ain't sitting here talking about some, yeah, what about that $150,000 y'all just got a piece? And it's supposed to be for, I don't know, a new library on Fifth Street. Or to upgrade the library systems. Okay? Or to fix the damn lights out in the parking lot in the library. Whatever. Y'all ain't sitting in their face asking them, y'all ain't questioning them about nothing. Baby, if I was to get in politics, I'm going to hell. Either way, because I'm gonna become their enemy, or I'm gonna be doing all the same shit they doing. That's the only way it's gonna go. Okay? And you're gonna be doing some shit, and you're gonna be tossing and turning at night. You're gonna be like, damn, I'm a cold Tony boy. I don't even know how these people don't do it, but hey, it's not, I ain't trying to figure it out. I ain't trying to figure it out. And they, getting over it. But in the meantime, we're at a disadvantage and not paying attention to how the system is like really getting over on your ass. Look at Dolton. And for them, they have a lot of seniors, but what about places that have like a lot of children? And you are stuck with like less and less rights over your own children, but they're the ones who are molding and shaping and deciding for your children, and they're doing all kind of foul, corrupt things with your children. And then when one of your children get like unjustly eliminated or something like that, it's like nobody cares, nobody does anything, and people, even the citizens, they be like, well, I got problems of my own. Just so many things. Pretty much everything y'all hearing in Dolton, that shit be going on pretty much everywhere. And it's because we allow it. And fighting don't look like how y'all think fighting look. Fighting don't look pretty. Fighting don't look easy. If you was 355 pounds and you wanted to get in shape, ain't nothing pretty or easy about that for most people. How you think you gonna overturn something? A lot of people be scared. They be scared to be uncomfortable. They be scared to die even. And it's like, bitch, where's this comfort at? Where's this cool at? Ain't nothing cool. Ain't nothing sweet about a lot of shit that's going on. And first of all, you can't be scared of death, because I know like hell I'm not. Secondly, I don't know. That shit, death look a whole lot sweeter to me. I think people who die are lucky. It's just all about the way they die, which a lot of times we don't get to control that. So that's just part of the price you have to pay so you can die. But when you die, you ain't got to deal with none of this shit no more. Cause why there's so many corrupt people getting over, and why are we so complacent? You know, yes, we've allowed ourselves to be put in a situation to where the weight is so heavy. You gotta, some people feel like you gotta choose, am I gonna worry about how I'm gonna pay these bills, or I'm gonna do this and do that? Well, if you're looking at it that way, then you might as well fucking join politics or whatever, so you can get that quote unquote easy money. Which, if you look at it like that, you might as well. Why you struggling? Why you working hard? Why you, to me, it's just crazy that people don't fight. That's just how I see it. It's crazy as hell. You gonna kill me? That's the best you gonna do, bitch? Come on with it. And listen, people say you go to hell if you kill yourself. Okay, so if you kill me, I didn't kill myself. It's not my fault you decided to kill me, but I got a right to, say I don't like this hill. I ain't with it, and I'm gonna do something about it. You know what I mean? Like, but people just be sitting back doing whatever. Even some of the people who feel like they support her, who are not actually like necessarily benefiting from it. They just do because, I don't know. Like the one guy who said, "Ain't no black man." What do you say? Ain't no black man supposed to go against a black woman or some shit like that. But did he make that up in his dreams at night, or was it written in his Bible somewhere? Because like, where he get that from? And who follows that rule? Nobody. Huh? Oh shit! He had been saying that to the black officer who allegedly assaulted a black woman there. And you in a town that's so corrupt that this dude not only allegedly drugged her and did what he, whatever, he called, he not called, he FaceTimed a police officer and was bragging. And I believe that was a woman. Am I getting this right? And the woman told, and she got fired for telling. That town too small for all that. I don't know. They, baby. Ooh, I don't know what's going on. The people who support her, knowing, see, I mean, you could just see by, come on, listen. Let's say you, for some reason, you in love with Tiffany Haggett, right? Okay. And you just want her to be sitting there looking pretty, representing your town. Okay, that's cool. And all that. But when you see people coming to her with grievances and she up there acting like, I don't give a, like, you don't feel some kind of way about that? Like, they don't feel no kind of way about that shit. It's weird. It's weird, but again, your town is similar to, or probably just like Dolton. And if it's not your town, it's the town over. They just don't, they not as dumb as Tiffany and her fools. When you see the YouTuber come there and the dude was like, I get it, because a part of me understands protecting the citizens for their privacy, because they're going in these city hall buildings to pay bills and stuff like that, deal with their accounts. They shouldn't have cameras in their faces and people harassing them. Tiffany's not going to talk to you. She's not going to come out. So unless you knocking on her office door, you need to stay out of there. Y'all need to stop. Y'all doing, like, you're not, that shit ain't working with me. That shit ain't working with me. But when our boy, the chief, when he was like, I'm gonna tell you one more time. Like, I can't remember what it was he was saying, but he was basically letting them know, nigga, you about to get some. And then when he was like, y'all staring back, and they stood back, I was like, whoa, he about to slay your ass on camera, bro. That's how bold it be. And then too, here's a part, and I was about to leave before I said this. I keep forgetting this. When I look at this situation with Tiffany Hanger and Dolton, I think that a part of me thinks, yeah, that's just, you know, them feeling it. They smelling themselves. They had this power too much too long, and they thought that they could keep this little thing to themselves, and they thought that they could just run wild, and if it's working for them, why not? And then they kind of dumb to do the shit too. But and then too, when Tiffany says y'all didn't do this with Frank and all that, she, according to some other people, was actually one of the ones going up against Frank and saying, show us your receipts and da 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 da. So that tells me she sat back and watched him, and she felt like he was, the law. They listened to him, and he got away with so much for so long that she like, when I get in office, they better not see nothing to me, because I'm gonna be doing exactly what he did, and I'm gonna run it up, and I don't want to hear it. Right? It's a part of me that thinks that that's kind of how things are going, but it's also a part of me that thinks that this is a tie to a bigger connection, because, like I say, this is not isolated to just Dolton. Just like in Atlanta, they're building the cop city. We call it Cop City, but they have more formal ways of calling it. I can't even remember, but it's so much going on behind that. There is like acres and acres and acres and acres and acres and acres. I'm talking about over 90,000 acres that they have cut down the trees so that they can build this Cop City. And they're going to be doing military style training on they're going to have simulations of the city and the buildings, the businesses and stuff here, schools and all that. And they're going to be training all of the police men and firemen, and they're going to be bringing in other peoples, and they're gonna be training in how to basically do the what y'all been saying, that they were gonna apply martial law and shit. Yeah. So that training is gonna be going on for a while, and it's Atlanta's gonna be the first, but they've eventually revealed that it's going to be, they've already told the different cities in other states that they're going to be building the same thing. Okay. People are dying over here trying to stop this from happening. It's a lot going on that I thought we'd get as much attention as Dolton is getting. I find it weird that it hasn't, but I think in due time it will. But I mean, of course, it's gonna be too late. It's already pretty much too late, in my opinion. But it's a lot going on behind that. That's just an understatement. I mean, y'all gotta look into it for yourself. I'm not even getting ready to start talking about it. I'm just gonna say that. But that Cop City affects everybody. Because again, their plans and their trainings is for everybody. And it's for what they got coming. Which I think is another reason why Dolton is allowed to be how it is. I'm pretty sure they're not happy that it's getting all this attention, but people still look at it like it's kind of like an isolated thing, and it's not. I know for a fact it's not, but is it as connected as I think it is? Probably so. Probably so. All I'm saying is I do think that it has intricate ties to what's coming ahead. Okay, to what's coming ahead. So if y'all ain't ready to fight now, if your ass ain't training, okay, if you ain't prepping, if you ain't getting your fucking body in shape, you ain't getting your stamina together, if you ain't ready to fight, big baby gonna shoot, okay, then that's just gonna be how you gonna die. Like this, you gonna get to pick how you die. You gonna die fighting, you gonna die a fucking warrior, you gonna die like, God damn it, I can't even stop them from fucking hitting me and shit. I can't even stop them from doing this. I can't even stop them from doing that. It's on you because it's going down whether or not you ready or not. It's going down whether or not you gonna fight or not. Whatever they gonna do to you, they gonna do to you. They plans ain't stopping. They don't care. You want them to care. You expect them to care. And you care about you. You care about your children. You care about your grandchildren. You care about your family. You care about your spouse. You care about your parents. They don't care. Never have, never will. So us wanting, it's like, because we feel human and we want people who oppose us, or people who want to conquer us, or people who want to hurt us and oppress us even more, they're not looking at you like that. They're not even thinking about that shit. They just thinking about what they're trying to do. Tiffany is a great example for you to see, because you can look at her and be like, this is a whole woman. Why she don't even seem like she got any feelings? But she be like, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. First of all, somebody tell me that shit. You gonna get away from me, or I'm gonna get away from you? Which one? Cause yeah, no. That's not okay. That's abusive. Okay. That's letting me know that you feel like, you can do whatever you wanted to. And that's what this thing here with me and you is about. But to show somebody that you don't care about them and you sure don't love them, and tell them I love you and there's nothing you can do about it, bitch. Okay, there's something I can do about it, all right. And it's gonna start with me trying to separate myself from you. And if that don't work, then we're gonna have to move to step two. We're gonna have to, carry that about. But all I'm saying is y'all gonna have to start fighting. Whatever you feel like that looks like to you. And you if you don't, you're gonna be placed in a situation where you're gonna get down, you're gonna lay down. And right now it looks like everybody's laying down, but you're gonna lay down for real. And don't get huffy puffy and mad when you blatantly see somebody hurt your spouse or hurt your child right in your face. You know what I'm saying? Or literally come for you, and then you want to do something, but you're not even in a position to do something. Like your body weak because you don't fucking train, you don't work out, you don't eat right, you smoking, you whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't got nothing that you can use. So you just let them take too many rights from you and all this other dumb shit. Y'all better start watching MeGX. I don't catch all her shit, but when I do, she telling you like it is. Okay, and of course we on these people platforms, so all this be subtle in comparison to what, like, the shit we ain't paying attention to. Can you kill? Okay, are you ready to kill? Can you 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 kill Even with your bare hands, if you have to. Are you ready for that? You fixed for that? You fit for that? Huh? Do you have the stamina for that? Can you choke a motherfucker out for like how long it take? Wrestle their ass down till they can't move no more, and hold them down till they don't breathe no more. How long is that gonna take? How much did that take out you? Do you got it in you? Can you even fight for yourself or for your loved ones? Are you about shit? Because if you ain't fighting, there's so much that can be done now that y'all ain't even doing. I hate to see you with your everyday life and shit, trying to physically like protect yourself and your family when you just don't have no other choice. Okay, but I hope your death be as less painful and torturous as possible and shit. That's all I'm saying. But hit the like button, because I mean, you ain't got to like it. Let me see what y'all saying. Bullets, what's up? I really appreciate your channel. All those Biden supporters got to stick together. Uh, I don't support Biden. I don't think you're saying that, but just in case, like I don't support nobody unless I think that it would benefit me and my family. Okay. Um, that's all they care about, how they benefit. None of them politicians care about how we benefit. We're the only ones who care about how we benefit, and we don't even really be getting involved, and we just be voting all crazy and stuff. But however you feel about politics, everything does work a certain way. So when you have people in local office, they get to make certain decisions regardless of what you think or what you feel. So while they over there making these decisions all willy-nilly, how does these decisions affect you and your family and your day-to-day life? you know that's just the bottom line to that. So yeah, but we getting towards finals. I got shit I got to do and turn in. I'm about to run in here and get this one last thing, and then I'm about to take it on and get back my butt back under that computer. And I really shouldn't even been sitting this long, because I be trying not to sit too long, boy. I be in front of that damn computer, boy. Then I get up and do some training real quick, and then get back under that computer. Oh, that damn schoolwork ain't no joke. Studying and fucking, that should be driving me crazy when I come outside and the sun be out, and I'm like, damn, it was nice today. But after this semester, boy, we finna not go back till what, October? It's gonna be what, summer? What the fuck? I'm gonna be like literally like a kid getting out of school for summer around this month. Okay? For sure. So, anywho, I holla. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to share, subscribe, all that good stuff.